All right, let's get into the set to return to less than 3 months on the Trump rally to the butler on that Last Supper serving, and Trump and Elon Musk and these types of things, because we've seen Trump go behind Kamala, who is basically the moon, and since he's born under that eclipse, and the NASA and those types of people teach that the moon causes the eclipse. This is that symbolic gesture, but also there's a dark sun that is also taught that is responsible for the eclipse as well, and that would be the Elon Musk coming in. So there's a couple things setting up and overlapping here, and as Trump is going around the earth, around the ear per se, and he's going down under the tunnels. Basically the wolf or the fox and the rabbit or the sheep and prey, they've been going down these trails and they're going under these tunnels, and the left and right and such, they're not going to be divided, and they're going to be flushed out and those types of things. And those flood waters are upon them now, to where they're all going to scatter up together, and they're all going to go into a little frenzy. Okay, and the frenzy we've been a little tracking with the old Matthew Perry and such. But Elon Musk, we've seen on 9/10 the debate with Trump and Kamala. He basically lost, according to the world stage headlines. So then we saw them have talks on the same day, but in different locations, two little types of rallies. So this is where she's on the O show. So this is like a crowning of her, a birth of things that's coming on this side. Okay, she's that moon. So the earth has that moon, okay, for where we're going on that cartoon ball monkey earth on one side, okay, and then the truth per se on the dark sun on the other side would be Elon Musk coming out with the X files and all those things that's going to be popping out. So as he's gone behind the eclipse and behind the moon, he's coming out in a different light, and there's a different projection being shown, and then he's going into the night after that, into that setting sun. And as he goes into that setting sun, that part one restarts over, but we see that part one was filmed with Eric Stoltz too, that wasn't put out in the theaters. And then that will be that replay on there for the Eric Stoltz and the Robs and those types of things, for that birth of the nation coming, for when the king goes missing and such, because more than likely the body ain't going to be shown and all that, and that'd be that deadlocked election in another way. So we can see the dawn passing his light, and now he's on the Elon Musk, who launched the Polaris Dawn at 9:23 UTC time on the debate day for Trump and Kamala on the 9/10. So with that, you see the 9/23 launch. The 9/23 is the day the 7 years wrapped up on the woman clothed in the sun and the space and such, with the constellations and such. And then we see on 10/5, which is the day of the debate, that wraps up the 7 years of the storm coming that Don mentioned. So that's where he's going behind that storm cloud, or so to speak. You have the moon and the dark sun, and then you have the moon and the clouds, and then that would be that cloud for the AI and Tesla and the Starlink and all that stuff that's coming, right? So this is where Elon Musk, that king, is given 1 hour with the beast, because he's coming in and resetting things, and he's given 1 hour to make a new and to set up this new structure and such. And as he does this, this is where the tribulational times come and all these other things. And the rapture is the seventh heaven of Buddha. And I'm going to do another video on this, explaining the time gap that we got going on here and the setting up of things, so we can kind of better understand what's going on. So the evil assassin, the EV, that ties into Elon Musk, and the ill is the IL, and that's the I God, and that the LL is the twin 911, those towers were for the capital and the uppercase and the lowercase. So we've seen Elon Musk give the Cybertruck with the guns in it, and then we've been tracking some other things with some vans, and we see Pennsylvania, the van, and then the Vania is tied to the vampires and the Dracula and all that stuff. So that would be the Elon Musk and the bloodletting, and that letting for the truck or Cybertruck or whatever. You can see somebody do a mow down with, this is coming to me, with a mow down with a Cybertruck where you just can't stop them or whatever, that kind of thing. Or that's basically like a stainless steel bulletproof vehicle, just with what's been going on, just sounds like a wild time. And we got the wild times coming. The flip-flops going on. We can see where Trump goes back to the butler, and we're seeing that replay, that part one, where we saw in Back to the Future part one, they start off with the old, they kind of recap it, okay? That recap for that magazine. Anyway, but so this is where they kind of recap it, and then he basically doesn't come out of that or whatever. We see kind of that deep fake Little Rocket Man action going on, or maybe a Kobe Part 2 helicopter crash, that Vegas kind of thing coming in. Iran says they're going to get retaliation this way, that way on the world stage and those things. And then U.S. and U.K. basically enter the war today. There's basically the 3-day strike, and it's kind of like a warning. And then U.S. goes with U.K. and starts striking the Houthis, and the blowfish are here for you now for those blow freshmen, for like Justin Bieber and such, okay? For those little 14 and 15 years olds. I'm gonna be doing a Diddy and that kind of video on the parties, the White Throne Judgment. I'm gonna be getting into that. But as the White Throne Judgment's being set up here, Elvis the King died over here on the throne, reading the scientific search for the face of Jesus, and that's kind of all going on now in a little parable. As you have the throne here, you have the king here, you have the scientific face of Jesus here, you got the book here, a book in my hand, I got the Word of God. Yep, and that's why Oklahoma, who has mandated the Bible to be read, that's they say the perfect Bible is the Trump Bible. Lee Greenwood Bible. It's got the Pledge of Allegiance, the Declaration of Independence, the U.S. Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and must be bound in leather. You gotta kill to get this book. Leather-like material. All the people the Christians worship, including the God who kills their own son, they worship killers in these so-called, according to their law, they are very, very wicked men. Okay? David didn't start doing all the bad stuff until the Lord came upon him. So, But that's also why Jesus came and went against the Old Testament back when he walked the earth and such. But, well, if he even walked the earth, because the Bible tells you it's an allegory. It tells you don't worship the letter. So they're telling you it's all this, that, and the other. But it's just part of the worship in that mark in the right hand. Well, it says it here. They say it there. Well, okay. So the 1611, that connects you from your dates to the old election. Gone over that. The either way, dude. So Elon Musk, the Red Hulk, you can see kind of on an extreme level. Big Bang. Smaller level. We'll see the smaller level. Okay. Basically just transferring the lights. But this is a perfect opportunity, perfect day for Trump to just disappear in the clouds. Alright? And no more lightning from the old Zeus. Either way, folks. And the Lee Greenwood, country artist, supposed to be at this debate. Maybe they do a little feedback on the speakers kind of action. It'd be kind of a symbolic where people aren't going to want to hear what's going on, and the ears are closed, for he's deafen their eyes and ears and such. And as the ears close up, that is where the wings have already gathered the people, and they can't hear each other as they're on the wings of the dragon, being taken down into the nest and the fire. All right, so either way.